Hello everybody, it's Chad from Colorado Giants, and it is time to cull some plants. Stick around. It is the 16th of June, and I need to cull these plants. They're starting to grow at a pretty good pace, so time to pick the ponies. This one, I'm going to go through the plants and tell you why I'm picking each one of them, maybe a 5-minute video or so. So this is the 1501 Vanderweilen. This plant, or this seed, produced the largest Howard Dill pumpkin ever. So good chance of being an orange pumpkin, but it's also grown some not-orange pumpkins. This is the 1002 IELTS. This pumpkin, or this plant, is pretty much a guaranteed orange genetics. But I'm picking the 1501 because even though this plant seems to have grown out of its secondary, or its ribbon vine. Remember, this one had the ribbon vine, and then at this juncture right here, it split, and I picked it off. This plant is the more aggressive plant. However, this plant is having a large amount of heat stress and leaf burn. Almost every day we're getting some leaf burn. So even though this is the more aggressive plant, I'm not a huge fan of leaf burn and just heat intolerance, because that's something that, you know, will always be an issue in my pumpkin patch is heat. So the 1002 IELTS, sorry, but you are the weakest link. Goodbye. That leaves us with the 1501, which with that other plant removed looks real good. You can see the secondaries are coming out. I probably need to sacrifice this here leaf. Maybe not. Maybe I can flip that that vine around. So let's go over to the next plant. In the update video, we got the irrigation pretty much done. We'll talk about that. This one is my hardest decision. I mean, it is and it isn't. This is the 1984 Barren plant, the one that I'm really the most excited to grow. But I have to choose the 1894 Urena, because this plant is just, it's a lot bigger. It's probably 18 inches or so bigger, but you know, on top of just the main vine length, the secondary vines are coming out stronger on this one, and it just seems to be a more vigorous plant. So as much as I want this one, I have more of these seeds, I will grow this one a second year. If I had planted this plant over there, this is the plant that would be making the cut, but up against this one, 1894 Urena is the winner, and I must cut off the 1984 Barren, unfortunately. So there we go, that one is gone. 1894 Urena, it's up to you now. Let's go look at the 1911 Urenas. There's another one that's a clear winner. 1911s, we have two of them. This one is a larger, more vigorous plant. This one, not so much. It's a little smaller. It's doing that weird kind of half leaf thing. It doesn't seem to be tolerating the heat quite as well. So for those reasons, you are not going to remain. Take a look at that. Looking real good. Just a real yellow vine. There's actually a pumpkin in the tip. So that one is gone. Here shortly I'm going to attach these soaker lines. And last but definitely not least, the 2118 Barren plants. This plant is starting to do much better. And this plant is just not keeping up with it, so it's gotta go. Let's look at the secondary vines real fast. Yep, secondary vines are starting to grow. This is probably a rear runner vine. In fact, it is. I know it is. So that's a rear runner vine. I'll whittle some of that off. But time to stop the growth on this one right here. It's a nice big stump on it. Cut some of that out. I never pull the plant. If I pull the plant out, I will disturb this whole root zone, which will mess with the plants that I'm wanting to keep. And that's it. So we are down to 4 pumpkin plants now. We've picked the ponies, and that's it. So stay tuned for this Tuesday's upload on just the general patch update. We'll have a decent amount to talk about. And yeah, so questions, comments, queries, concerns, comment below. Subscribe to the channel. Get out there, grow yourself a giant pumpkin.